Okay, I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and it's going to be comparing Ryobi's biggest impact versus their smallest. So I'll tell you this much, I use this impact the most. It's my favorite out of all my impacts I have from Ryobi. This one to me is badass. It's pretty interesting, and I never use it, although I don't want it to go to waste, and I thought I'd make a little bit of a video out of it. So I have all these lag screws, bolts, nuts, whatever you want to call them here, and we're gonna put them to the test and see what these guys can do. So I'm a little worried actually, because maybe I might kill this Ryobi, this DIY Ryobi, but being the DIYer I am, it's okay because I have plenty more where that came from. As you can see, I have a plethora of Ryobi tools everywhere I look. Impact here, impact here, impact here. I have like another impact here. Holy shit. I have like at least 6 or 7 impacts. So if we have to sacrifice one for the video, it's no big deal. Alright, let's throw this on a time lapse and get ready for a little bit of a test here to see how strong these guys are. So we have our block set up here. This is a 4x8, and I went with the 4x8 simply because we have 8-inch lags here. All right, now what we're gonna do is measure out 6 different pilots that we can pre-drill in order for these lags to stick up at the proper height, and we can perform our test. Man, look at this. Who's gonna win? Well, it's obvious this guy might win, but I could be wrong. And this guy might break in the process. This for sure won't break, but is it as fast? Let's go with, what do you call this, an L square. And Sharpie. Now with this L, we're gonna try to center as much as we can, but it doesn't have to be perfect, just aesthetic. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This is all nice and fleshed out. We got 24 inches here, so let's mark at 12. And then we have a total of 6. Uh-oh, I may have messed this up already. Okay, so we have a total of 6. So let's do, we'll do 15, and then we'll do 9, then we'll do 6, and then we'll do 18. See, I already messed up the math. Now we're going to be offset a little bit because we got 5 pilots there. All right, do we want to be on the left side or the right side? I don't know. I think we want to be on the left side if you look at the camera angle there. So we'll go from 6 to 3 and call it a day. All right, so these are where our pilot holes are going to be.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, we're done with this guy. Let's not just throw our tools around. Let's keep our shop nice, clean, and organized. Easier said than done, trust me. These are 3-inch T25 exterior deck screws. That's going to be a good enough pilot right there. So these are the 2 middle ones. Let's start with that. Let's grab our pilot for our T40 8-inch lag. It's good enough. Alright, next up is going to be this big boy right here. And I plan on using a very big pilot hole for this one because this is, although compared to the T40, it's the same size. It's just, well, you get the idea. Alright. Jeez, okay, so halfway through here, see how it's smoking? Halfway through here, that got very difficult to drill. Now that tells me there's maybe a knot in there or something. Whenever you see these tests being done on YouTube, all wood is not created equal. That's all I can say. So we already know the big guy's going to win. So I think that we're going to give the big impact on this side because it was so difficult to drill. Well, let's see how difficult this one is. If this goes, well, there's a huge knot there. Wow. Let's just see how this goes. Whichever one was least difficult to drill is going to be for the smaller impact, and what was more difficult is going to go to the bigger impact. Very simple. Let's make sure we're nice and straight here. Okay, hands down, this is going to the big impact. We're right in a knot. Woo! Did you see that explosion? Holy moly. I've never seen that happen before.
Did you see that explosion? Holy moly.
No. No. Oh, there we go. Alright. That's the one. I'm gonna stick this 19 on there. And there we have it. Alright, look at that. It's a crazy impact right there. 12AH battery. Shout out to who's that YouTuber I watch that basically owns Ryobi reviews. Oh, fucking Ryobi. A little bit more. There we go. All right. All right, well, we can't just put a T25 on a mega impact like we have, so we need an attachment that I hope I have so I can continue this video. And voila, look at this. Have you ever seen one of these? Well, now you have, because right now we don't need it. Save that for last. Stick this on there. And put on a T25. There we go. And so it's fair, this experiment, to put something similar. So we don't need this anymore. And we'll attach it to our regular impact here. Instead of a 6-inch, we'll go with this 3 and stick on a T25, similar to the one we have now. This is a T25. Yes, it is. All right, and we have a T25 here. Yes. Okay. So we've got small impact versus a big impact. Look at that. Who's gonna win? I don't know. We'll find out soon. Alright, let's do this. We're going to test our Ryobi Impact, which is my favorite daily user right there, versus Ryobi's biggest impact that they sell, with a 12AH and then a 4AH on there. I don't know if that matters or not, but we got the big boy here versus a little one. We're going to start with the T25s and see who impacts further and faster. Let's go. Once again, we have our Ryobi here. It's on level 3 out of 1, 2, 3 auto. And then we have our biggest impact that Ryobi sells. Levels 1, 2, and 3 on level 3. Are you ready? Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. You can see the difference in power that we just experienced right there. Now let me just show you as reference. Here, we'll take something like this. Look how deep we're able to drive this in the same amount of time with the normal impact, about here. Okay, about a 1/2 inch. Now in the same amount of time, this guy just bored a hole about 1 inch. Cool. On to the next. Alright, so we have a T40 here, but we need another one because I got this T40 off of there. But that's my go-to supply right here. And this is my bring to the job site, if you will. But I don't know if I have another T40, which is actually, I wouldn't say surprising, but just annoying. What is this? Well, that's a T40 with a hole in the middle. Here we go. Here's a T40 with no hole in the middle, which won't make a difference, but just in case. I was hoping I had another one of these. But anyways, now once again we're doing this test with the Ryobi's biggest impact versus their smallest one. Now their small impact I use the most, and this, in the year I've had it, I've used it maybe twice. We're going to do this in a count of 3 seconds. Who's going to win? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Wow. This kicked this guy's ass. The big one is no joke. Now we're going to do the biggest bolts. So far, the bigger impact is kicking the smaller impact's ass, which we kind of expected, but geez. I don't even know if this smaller impact's going to be able to even get this lag screw through. This is an 8-inch lag screw through a 4x8. But anyways, I'm going to put this 19 set metric, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, on each of these impacts. And we're going to see who drives first. Alright guys, ready to go? 3, 2, 1. And there you have it, guys. Wow, this is extremely hot, burning. It's not meant to, obviously not meant to drive in these 8-inch lags, but this right here is a beast. There you have it, guys.